I tried to make a game for Gmtk 2021 Game Jam, but unfortunately I was unable to submit my game, not because I was late but because of some other reason. Watch this video to know all about my progress and that reason. So, as you might know earlier, the theme of the GMTK 2021 Game Jam was joined together. And one more thing, I had started after 8 hours of Game Jam had started and finished my project just before 2 hours of deadline. In my ninth hour, I think about the concept of the game as 8 hours had already passed before I began, and my final concept was as player is joined with his injured friend with chain and they fell into zombieland, so now he had to manage to find the keys and kill zombies to escape. Yeah, if you have known my previous project, then you might notice the concept is quite similar with that concept. Oh, I haven't published that video yet. Don't worry, I will publish that video just after this one. But for now, leave it. So where was I? Oh, I had told you about concept of my game. Then I make some design of concept art in my mobile phone because I neither know how to use Illustrator nor Photoshop. But soon I will try to learn one of them. It nearly took about 2 hours. So till now I had wasted 11 hours in stuff like this without opening Unity. But after 11 hours, I created my first project in Unity for this game jam. So I was ready to get started to make games. At first, I created a script to move player, then player jump, then enemy move, then player and enemy shooting system. Then I created some other script for the game as well. After that, I created animation for my game. Oh, for your kind information, let me tell you that I learned animation in the previous project, which I will explain in a later video. So stay tuned. Then I created audio manager script to add some audio in my game. But since I had done this in two projects earlier, so it was not so hard for me. Although I looked my previous code because I got mistaken for twice in my code. Honestly, I used some of assets from the previous project, so I recommend you to watch that video because most of things are inspired from that video, which I will publish tomorrow and link will be in the description. My first day was passed after doing this all and it was too late, so I went to bed. The next day I started to work on my project when about 15 hours was left because I wake up I think a bit late. Then I created some UI elements for my game. So I make some pause menu, level fail menu, level pass menu, and stuff like that. And it took me about 1.5 hours. But I did it without any difficulty because I had done this for almost every project. But yeah, game jams are all about to try something new. So I tried to make checkpoints in my game. Yeah, of course, at first I seeked for some tutorials in YouTube and fortunately I found one. And I created a mock project just to try that checkpoint. Because I don't want to spoil my game and I can't even afford to lose my progress in my game. So it took nearly about 2 hours to understand how checkpoint works and make art for checkpoint and apply it in my real game. Honestly, I don't have any idea about key system in my game. Earlier, player just have to cross the level complete trigger, then a level was completed. But after a short break, I got inspired from my previous clone making game project. So then I added some script to only complete the level if player has enough keys. Since I had done it before, so it was not so difficult for me to add it in my game as well. Till now, I have wasted my 39 hours. However, I had completed most of my game. Later, I managed to add some other things like coins, extra life, and life system as well. And it took about 2 hours to make art and script for coins, keys, and second enemy. Oh, shit! I think I forgot to tell you that I had used audio from my previous project for this game. So I have now 7 hours left to complete my project. So I think to take some rest because my eyes were a bit itching and paining because I was using the laptop for this long time. So I decided to take a rest for 1 hour. After that, my plan was to get into my work, but today is my brother's birthday, so my mom asked to help her in cooking food. Since we can't call neighbors due to the lockdown and coronavirus, so I don't have any other option rather than helping her. So it took nearly about 3 hours in helping her. Now I have only 2 hours left. However, I had done almost everything, so I started to do level designing. It took less than 2 hours to create 4 levels and about and help panel for my game. And now I had 2 hours and 16 minutes left to submit my game. So I decided to export it in my PC and give it a try, then submit it if I found it working well, or to do some changes if I found any bugs. But suddenly my dad came into my room and took my laptop with him, and I was shocked for a moment, and I waited for about 30 minutes, but he did not return it back to me. So I was unable to submit my game. This was the reason why I didn't submit my game. Although I was unable to submit my game in that game jam, but if you want to give it a try either in Windows, web or Android phone. Oh shit, since I was planning to make this game only for Windows and web, so it don't have controllers, so I will make controllers for Android users. Then I will leave a link in the description so you could play it. So I'm Kas, and see you soon in next one.